Hi everyone, welcome to Downward Dog Rising, and my name's Tracy. I'm going to give you a short yoga workout today, and I chose a spot where there's not a high wind and it's in the sunshine, so I'm going to wear my protective eyewear. I'm supposed to wear safety goggles as I can't see out of one eye, so I'm just going to keep my safety goggles on, and that'll also help block out some of the rays and so I stop squinting. Okay, so with that being said, let's begin. And today should be a relatively gentle workout, so just enjoy it. All right. I just gotta get the rocks off my feet. I just slipped off my hiking boots. Okay, and I might have to adjust the mat a little bit more. Let me see. Let's see. I might pull it this way. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna use my pants to get the pebbles. Got it. All right. I check for any critters on the ground around me. I don't see any. Okay. I'm ready. Sorry for the delay. Okay. So let's start off standing at the top of our mat. Inhale, take hands to sky. Exhale, gently bow forward. Coming all the way down, hands to toes. Inhale, look up. Exhale, step 1 foot back at a time into your plank. Core draws into back. Feel how you're supporting your entire spine. Let's come down into Chaturanga Dandasana, elbows in. Bring your chest forward and through the arms. And I'm going to keep my toes tucked under. If you're more advanced and want to have your feet flat, you can, but this is going to be more supportive right now for me. Come up into downward facing dog. And just gently press one heel down at a time. Feel how you're lengthening your breastbone forward and through the arms. Breathing in, exhale, and 4, and 3, and 2. Good, last one. And we're just gonna step the left foot a little bit, 45 degrees sideways. Bring the right foot through the hands. And then we're just gonna gently lift up, ground down, lengthen up. And we're just gonna do a little Virabhadrasana. 1. Inhale, exhale, stretch that spine long. And gently take hands down to each side of your foot. Go back into a plank. And now I want you to step the right foot, little 45-degree angle, and walk the left foot forward. You're grounding down in order to lift and lengthen up. So you're just going immediately onto the other leg. Inhale and exhale. Front knee is above front ankle. Stretch and lengthen your spine. Gently bring hands to each side of your front foot. Take it back into your plank. And let's go into downward dog. And we're just going to hold this downward dog a little bit longer. You could kind of move around a little bit. Release those legs. Stretch your breastbone forward. Inhaling and exhaling. 4, and 3, and 2. Good, last one. I hear a hawk flying above me. How cool is that? Hopefully you can hear it too. Gently bring your knees to the mat. I love being in nature because the animals do their thing and they'll come out and be with you. We're going to stretch your spine a little bit. Let's do a little cat-cow. I want you to draw your chin down, your tailbone down. Exhale. Stretch in between those blades. Inhale, feel your spine arch a little bit. Look forward, stretch top of head away from tailbone. Exhale, drop chin, drop your tailbone down. And then inhale, stretch head and tail opposite ends away from one another. And exhale. And inhale, stretch. And 3 more. Exhale, shoulder blades high apart. Inhale, stretch your spine. 2 more. Feel collarbones wide across chest. And 1 more. Exhale and inhale. Awesome. We're going to take our left hand behind head and neck, and I want you to just do 5 little rotations, like you're looking under your shoulder, your armpit, and come back down. I want you to inhale into your ribs. Really expand those ribs wide open. And exhale down. 3 more. Inhale, exhale down. 2 more. Inhale, feel those ribs expand. Exhale down. 1 more. Breathing in. And exhale, bring hand back to mat. Switch to the other side, hand behind head. Now you're going to inhale, your 2 hip points stay facing straight across from one another, facing down to the mat. And inhale, open those ribs apart. Exhale. 2 more times, breathing in, stretch your spine. Exhale, get that space between your blades. And inhale, and exhale down. Excellent. All right, we're going to go into our plank right here. And then from your plank, I'm going to have you gently just go down into your chaturanga. Inhale. Now exhale, open chest, reach forward and through. And now we're going to go into downward dog. From that upward dog, stretch. Inhale, exhale. Gently press those heels away, stretch your spine forward, bring that breastbone lengthening through to the arms. Inhale, exhale, excellent. All right, next, take your right foot in between the 2 hands. Now I'm going to have you drop down into a low lunge. You're going to bring the bottom leg behind you onto the mat. You could have your bottom foot go flat, and I'm going to keep mine curled with toes under so I have a little more support on the rocky, uneven surface that I'm on. And I want you to have your front knee above your ankle, and then you're just going to open up the front left of your hip and just lengthen that spine. Inhale, exhale. So we're just going to hold that low lunge for a couple inhales, exhales. Knee over, knees right above ankle so you don't overshoot. We don't want any pressure in the knee. Inhale, exhale, lengthen that spine. 1 more time. And exhale. Gently bring hands down. So from the low lunge, I want you to take it back into a half split, Ardha Hanuman. And we're just going to pull our right hip back, and then I want you to bring your left hip forward so the pelvis is squared and in alignment. Knee faces the sky. And I want you to flex your foot for a deeper stretch. And you're just going to lengthen your breastbone forward. This hip pulls back, this hip comes forward to align the pelvis. Gently, it's almost as if you're bringing your breastbone down towards your leg. And breathing in and exhale. Good. Breathing in and exhale. And 1 more time. Breathing in and exhale. Excellent. From here, come back into your forward low lunge. And what I want you to do, you're just going to gently lift up your back leg. Keep stretching spine long. And if you could reach back and grab your foot and really open your shoulder and your chest, getting a little deeper stretch into your quad and the front of your psoas. Open chest and breathe. Inhaling and exhaling. And now not sure if I'll be able to do this one on the other side. I'm still healing my knee, but I'll try. Inhale, exhale. Feel that openness in the front of your hip. And one more time, getting that hip to release. Deep inhale and deep exhale. Excellent. Gently release that leg. We're going to take our right foot all the way forward and back. Let's do a little flow. So we're going to go into our chaturanga. Up dog. Inhale, open chest, shoulders. Exhale, down dog. Take your right foot in between your hands. That left foot goes out 45 degrees. Sink down, lift your chest up. Stretch really tall here. And inhale and exhale. Really lengthen your spine. One more. Inhale, high lunge. And exhale. Good. Inhale. Actually, we're in Virabhadrasana 1, Warrior 1. I forgot I have my foot turned out. Inhale. Exhale. Those hips are squared. Gently come all the way down. We're immediately going to go into our other side, Warrior 1. So you step back. Let's do a flow. Chaturanga, up and through. Inhaling and exhale all the way back into your down dog. Stretch those heels away, lengthen breastbone forward. Right foot, slight turn up, walk the left foot forward. Remember to really sink down into the earth. And then you're going to lift and lengthen up. Stretch that spine nice and tall. We're going to do a couple breaths here in Warrior 1. Inhale and exhale, really stretching that spine tall. That front knee is right above your toes. Inhale and exhale one more time. Deep inhale, really stretch that spine out and exhale. Now we're going to come down into a low lunge. Bring your hands to each side of your foot. We're going to drop that back knee. Again, if you want to go deeper, flatten your foot to your mat. If you want a little extra support, do it as I'm doing. This front knee is right above your ankle. And then we're just going to lift up here. Gently allowing this right hip flexor to stretch a little deeper. Gently press hips forward as you stretch your spine nice and long. And we're just going to stay here and breathe for a couple cycles. Breathing in and exhale. Feel how that spine really lengthens. Your chest is open. Breathing in. Exhale. We're going to take our hands to shoulder width apart on this one. Inhale. Feel chest open. That heart center is open for that new energy to come down from the sun. Inhale, exhale, and one more time. Breathing in and exhale. Gently, we're going to come forward, hands to each side of our foot. And I want you to shift your weight. Ooh, there's a rock under my knee. Okay, I just had to adjust. We're going to shift our weight straight back into our half split, Ardha Hanuman. And then as we shift back, it's important. We want the left hip to pull back this way, and we want our right hip to come forward so we have a straight line across the pelvis. Those two hip bones are aligned. Chest is open, and we're elongating that spine out of our center. Breathing in, flex your foot, knee to sky. Exhale. Breathing in. We want to feel elongation through here, through the back of that upper thigh. This half split also prepares you for a full split. See if you can stretch a little bit forward, bringing chest towards knee, keeping the length, keeping hips aligned. Inhaling and exhaling, creating length and space in that spine. One more. Deep inhale. And deep exhale. Excellent. So from here, we're going to shift our body forward into a low lunge. And then what I want you to do is lift up the back leg. We're going to go into a chaturanga, dandasana, into up dog. And then you're just going to exhale. Inhale, open chest for up dog. Exhale, come into your downward dog. And we're just going to hold it here for a moment. Breathing in and exhaling. Breathing in and exhaling. One more time. Breathing in And exhaling, take your right leg, and I want you to really reach it straight up to the sky for three-legged dog. Lengthen it, breathing in. Exhale, we're going to open the hip a little bit. Fold in your knee, and you're going to stack one hip on top of the other. Shoulders face the mat, and you're just stacking that right hip over the left. Hold here for a moment and breathe. Inhale, exhale, open your hips, stack them, and inhale, exhale. Excellent. Go back into three-legged dog. You're stretching that leg long. Next, I want you to take a step through to the hands, and we're just going to walk our foot out a little bit for winged dragon. Take your right hand to the inside of the right foot, so your hands are right next to each other. And you're just going to take a couple steps out to the right. So this knee and this leg start to fan out a little bit for winged dragon. And you could stay up here with your back leg straight if you like. Just see how it feels. Take a couple breaths here. We're opening our hips, breathing in our glutes, and exhale. Gently, we're going to drop the back knee. If you want, you can have your foot flatten like that, or you can have your toes still stay up for extra support. If you want, you can roll out a little bit more into your pinky toe side. I hear a hawk, so cool. Coming forward, you can go deeper into the stretch. Gently start to come down to your forearms. And breathing in. We're getting deep into the front of this hip, left side. We're getting into the side of our gluteals on this side. And inhale. Keep breastbone long, keep spine lengthening. If you wanted to go into a deeper stretch, you could even come all the way down to the mat, resting your forehead into the mat. That's okay too. Your back knee is straight down into the mat, keeping the alignment. Inhale and exhale. Really feel those ribs expand, the belly expand. And then exhale, release. Excellent. One more time, deep inhale. And deep exhale. Slowly, we're going to take our hands back up. Gently take your foot straight back between the hands. We're going to lift up our back leg. From here, I want you to switch. You're going to take your foot straight into a plank. Now we're going to go up into a downward dog and walk it out for 8, 7, just stretch out those legs, 6, lengthen breastbone forward, and 4, and 3, really feel your spine stretching and lengthening. Good, last one. We're going to go into three-legged dog on the left foot, left leg, stretch straight into the air. Our hips are squared, and really lengthen. That back heel presses the mat away. We're going to open our hip a little deeper. You're going to fold that leg in, and I want you to just gently rotate. Top hip over bottom, left hip over right. And do a little rotation, really open. Feel the glute. Breathing in, exhale, open it up. My pelvis just shifted. I felt a crack. Just got a deeper alignment. Heel presses the ground away. We're going to turn forward. Extend all the way up into your three-legged dog. Stretch that leg long. Inhale, exhale. We're going to take a step forward and through. Now as you step forward and through, what I want you to do, you're going to walk that left foot out a little bit. Your hands come to the inside of that left leg. Back leg is straight. And you could just hold it here. We're going to take that foot outward a little bit, getting that front hip to release. Our winged dragon. Hold here. We're going to take it down in a second. Create length in your spine. Breathing in. And exhaling. Really stretch that spine tall. Back leg is straight. Breathing in. And exhale. Excellent. We're going to set our back knee onto the mat. You could flatten your foot, or you could keep keep your toes curled if you like. We're going to slowly roll that foot out a little bit to the lateral outside edge where your pinky toe is, deepening that stretch in that hip and the glute. If you want to take it down a little deeper, you can come down to your forearms and just stay here. We're going to take a few breaths here. Breathing in. Just going into the stretch. Find where that edge is. See how you feel. And just softly release. Let the tension melt out of those muscles. We store a lot of pent-up emotions and energy in the hips, so this is nice to kind of breathe deeply and let it melt and just let it go. As the tension eases, we slowly bring nourishment to our connective tissue, our joints and our ligaments and our fascia. Take a few more breaths here. Breathing in. Stretch that spine, breastbone forward, exhale. Just come as you are and meet yourself at the mat. Breathing in. And exhale. Feel how that hip opens even deeper. Excellent. We're going to take one more deep inhale, bringing your awareness back. And exhale. Excellent. From here, gently start to lift up. You're going to walk your foot in, lift up your back knee. So you're in your lunge. From here, what I want you to do, go all the way back into your plank. We're going to drop down to our knees here. And then from the knees position, I'm going to have you just slowly come down into a rest pose. Hips over heels. Take an inhale, take an exhale. Forehead into mat. Inhale, exhale. Slowly come up and we're going to turn around. And we're just going to do a little seated back bend on our mat. So your hands are right behind you. And then we're just going to lift up our chest and stretch back a little bit. Opening heart. Inhale and exhale. Good. One more time. Deep inhale. And then deep exhale. Awesome. And just a little windshield wiper. Legs side to side. Couple times. Side to side. Plant your feet hip width apart. Hands slightly behind you. So you want to feel your gluteals engage. You're going to lift up your pelvis. Your knees are just right above the ankles. Those glutes are working. And just gently lift for a little reverse table. Chest is open. Inhale. Exhale. Lift hips to sky. Feel the front of the hips stretch. Chest open. Inhale and exhale. And gently release down. Excellent. All right. From here, I'm going to have you stretch your legs in front of your body. And we're going to do a little caterpillar. Stretch your arms straight over your head. Lift and lengthen. And we're just going to flex our feet. Stretch spine long. And we're going to do a little forward bend over the legs. And just reaching forward. So you're stretching from the front of the hip crease, lengthening your spine over your legs. Just going to do a couple breaths here. Breathing in and breathing out. Just allowing the back of those upper thighs to really have a nice stretch, as well as the low back. If you have any low back disc issues, you might not want to do this one. It might be a little too much, so be careful, especially if they're active disc issues, because you don't want to have anything protrude out the other side. So you got to be careful with low back issues. Breathing in, feel chest lengthen, sternum, breastbone lengthens. Exhale, feel give. Gently being able to go a little deeper. As the muscle releases, that's when the work begins in our fascia, our connective tissue. Acknowledge where you are. And nourish your joints. It's really phenomenal and amazing to be able to do self-care and take care of your body. Let's take one more deep inhale and exhale. And gently we're going to slowly start to make our way up. Awesome. Okay, I want us to turn over onto our stomach for a little low cobra. So we're just going to come all the way down to our bellies. Taking your hands, you can have the tops of your feet flat down on your mat. We're just going to take our hands straight back under our shoulders. Elbows can point back towards our sides. And from here, just slowly start to rise up and stretch. You can even bring your elbows into the mat like this and really open the chest for low cobra. And just stay here for a few breaths. It might take you a little deeper as long as you don't have any compression across this low area across the back. You would stay here and you wouldn't increase the stretch if you feel tight in the low back. Just let it ease. You also want to feel the stretch in your abdominal area in the front. Breathing in and exhaling. Just take a few breaths here. This helps to nourish the spine. Just notice how you feel, releasing any tension, creating space. As long as you don't have pain or compressing force feeling in the low back, you can do a little seal by gently elongating those arms. The closer those arms come into you, the deeper the stretch goes into the low back area again. So do this with caution. We're not in an advanced class today. We're just doing light stretching, not too deep. Be careful how that back feels. Breathing in into seal. If I went up any higher, I could tell I'd feel it across my sacrum, so I'm going to stay put. Take a few breaths here. Just really create length and space in your body. Good. One more deep inhale. And exhale gently. We're going to come down, bringing our hands directly underneath us. Push all the way up to hands and knees, and then gently go back into another rest pose, a little bit balasana. You can have hips go back over heels, and I have a little bit of a knee injury, so I'm not going to go back all the way. I'm giving my knee a little extra support, even without a prop, by not going back all the way. You could take a rolled up blanket, place it under your hips. You could even have a rolled up blanket under your knees for support. And just really feel how the armpits are stretching, getting a stretch across the upper back, upper mid back, low back, shoulders and chest even. Breathing in and exhale. And I'm going to give you 2 more stretches today before we close out. Gently come up to hands and knees, and we're going to extend our legs into downward dog, pressing out. Deep inhale and deep exhale. Oh, I'm sweating. My hands are sliding. Take your right leg, 3-legged dog, stretch and elongate. Fold the right knee in towards the right thumb as you bring it forward and through. And we're going to do a little swan stretch. Back knee is straight down on the mat. Lengthen chest. The hips are aligned, right hip in alignment with that left hip. Back foot flat on mat. Just open your shoulders and your chest. Breathing in and exhaling. So we want to get into the side of our gluteals, get a deep stretch in our hip, even the front of our other thigh. Inhaling and exhaling. If this feels good to you and you want to go a little deeper, you can come to your forearms. You'll still have some support through your pelvis by being on your forearms. Take a few breaths here. Breathing in, exhaling. You're more than welcome to come down all the way with your forehead on backs of hands if you want to go really deep into your hip. I'm going to stay at this level. You'll start to feel the tissues right really deep in the lateral hip and into the gluteals. Inhaling and exhaling. Take it to that point where you really feel that deep stretch and it starts to release and let go, deepening into it. I'm just going to take a couple more breaths here, deepening into it. Breathing in and breathing out. Acknowledge where you are right now in this space and time, in the present moment. Slowly, we're going to start to lift our chest, our shoulders, our head, coming all the way up. We're going to lift this, bring your toes underneath you on that back leg. You're going to push down into the mat. Slowly, you're going to lift up, bend that knee, and then push it up to the sky, stretching. Now we're going to take that foot down, do an upward dog. Not an upward dog. We're going to do a three-legged dog, I should say, with that left leg. Really stretch it to the sky, lengthening, and then we're going to fold that left knee in. We're going to aim that left knee towards our left elbow and square those hips out. It's important. You might have to lift up pelvis, square out those hips. Back knee faces straight to the floor, to the mat. And then you're just going to gently elongate and lengthen that spine up. So we're going to get into the front of this hip and the gluteals of this hip inside. Just really stretch and lengthen. So you don't want to force anything, but you're coming to that point, that edge. And hold and breathe. If you feel like you can go deeper into the hips, you can come forward onto the elbows. Breathing